I help the wrong man. My name is Carlos, and I help the wrong man. It cost me badly, and it still weighed on me. I studied law, and by 2008, I was already working. One Tuesday, I was asked to meet with a guy, bad breath, greasy hair, and deer under his nails. Turned out he was Lord. The guy was being tried for the murder of a young woman, and for the money, I accept. I want to build a name for myself, contacts, tough cases. In one of our meetings, the animal told me, plain and raw, that yes, he killed her. No shame, no filter. Usually, people insist they are innocent, even to their lawyers. Not him. He owned it, and he left it. He let it up to me whether to stay or go. I stay. All this happened in Caracas, Venezuela, the country that had already been in decline for decades. Every branch, every circle, the law was, and I assume still is since I don't live there anymore, a game of influence. Loose, lawless law. I got away with it. I defend the guy, made a few pieces of evidence against him look like bad jokes. I took the money and let myself forget about him. In 2009, I started dating a girl. We are nothing now, but this is something I need off of my chest. She was very close with her sister, and wherever the sister went, her boyfriend followed. The four of us started going out, traveling. Eventually, they got engaged and planned a trip to Merida, a pre-honeymoon getaway, they say. 3, maybe 4 days after they left, her boyfriend called, said she went to the store and never came back. They found her 2 days later, you can guess how, dead. A month later, they caught the guy. He killed another woman after, and that's how they find him. When my girlfriend asked me to go with her to the trial and all the hellish process, I saw him, the man who killed her sister. It was the same guy I had defended. Time passed, we broke up, I never told her anything, and the guy, as you'll guess, walked free. Served a light sentence and was released. My ex never recovered from it. Eventually, they left the country. I always tell myself, if we hadn't defended him, some other lawyer will. Maybe the same outcome, maybe not, but still carry it. All three women in my head, I lost the faith and the fire in my profession. Now I run a restaurant. So, short, tough, I got this one because it's really interesting. I was explaining how unstable are the basis of a country like Venezuela that has been going down and down the last 3 decades. And I can talk about this because I lived in Venezuela. I want, again, three things to discuss here, maybe just two. The first one is the illusion that the past is behind us. So, yeah, the talk about forgive your the awkward moments, the cringe moments, the bad moments, leave that behind. That kind of phrase of leaving the past behind could work, but the cases when you have real consequence and consequence that not only affect you, affect other people, that's something you cannot, that's per se an illusion. That's something you cannot leave behind. That's something that you have to live with. I heard once from a writer that I like that the guilty, the consequence, and the friendships that are not with us anymore are the same as carrying dead people in our lives. There's nothing you can change, there's nothing you can do about it anymore, but still it's gonna wait your whole life of wondering a bunch of what if I didn't do this, what if I don't do that. So it's being aware of that. It's being aware that the thing of leaving the past behind is not always gonna work. Sometimes it's gonna be just tough as it is, and it's gonna stay like that, and you have to, as a dead acquaintance, you have to learn how to live with it, how to keep it in your mind, how to wake up every morning. This dude carry, and is gonna carry this for the rest of his life, 3 women that were murdered, and the opportunity of having justice. Maybe he was right. Maybe if he didn't get the case, other person will take it, and the result could be the same. But we don't know that, and you don't know that, and he already took part of it, so he will never know that. So that is not gonna be enough excuse, or never a way to calm himself down. But again, it is what it is, and it's just to clarify that I have some things that and I'm not that old, I'm 25, almost 26. But still, there are some things that I will have to carry with myself. Not as bad as these, and I hope I will never have to carry something like that. But still, the things that you have to live with, you feel guilty, but you have to not move on completely, just accept that feeling, and this in the suitcase in your head, and it's gonna stay there. So the second subject I want to talk about this is, let me check here, the everyday cowardice. So we are getting into an era or a time when we rather to don't be part of the things that happen around us, that we rather just to watch or not even watch. For example, my favorite case or my favorite example of this is when you go in the subway, the public transport, and there is someone crazy, someone that is peeing himself or peeing herself, that is yelling to the window, doing weird stuff when you're rather to ignore, to get far. But no one is that person, that person is not okay. Maybe we should try to talk to, I understand that how life is now, how tough is life. We rather to don't focus too much out of our lives, because we already have our bullshit, our things going on, our people that we know dying, bad economic situations, depression, sadness. Everyone has their own shit, and we don't have to get involved in someone else's shit. But the fact that you are around, and we're not talking just about a crazy person in the public transport. We're talking about maybe someone getting attacked in the street, maybe someone getting robbed in the street, and we see it and we don't do anything. And for example, in countries like Colombia, that is my closest experience, people don't want to get involved. And I understand, but you see videos of someone getting robbed, and it's just one person getting, stealing something from other one in the middle of the street, and everyone, a bunch of people that could do something for sure, they are 20 against one, they just rather to watch and see how the person lost the phone or his life. It doesn't happen every time, but it's getting often, this thing of not reacting what is happening in front of us, don't getting part of it, don't getting involved. And that should change, because it's really scary that one day it could be you going in the street something happened to you, a lot of people is around you, and no one is doing shit about it. And you could yell, you could ask for help. No one's gonna help because no one wants to get involved. So yeah, it's a fact that everyone has their own life, their shits going on, but it's a it's a mindset we have to change, and everyone has to change. And I don't know, it's awful. It's awful. Even if you're, because I read like an article that most of the people don't do it to thinking that someone else is gonna do something, thinking that it's not their problem, or thinking that they're gonna look stupid if they try to do something and they don't look good enough or heroic or something, which is pathetic, is sad, and it's something that I don't cannot forgive or fully justify.